Hey y'all, it's Kim again. So this is chapter 14 of the Robert Hur Classified Documents report against Joe Biden. This is like the last 5 pages of this section. Oh my goodness, it has about 56 pages total for this one chapter, but it's very detailed and kind of a little boring, but it gives you an idea of what was going on during that time with Joe Biden and all the classified documents. But anyway, I mean, just since he's been in the news lately, it's kind of one of those deals. But anyway, so let's see. This is page 311. It's anyway, there's about 5 pages of this left, so let's go. Anyway, finally, several of the files in the box were where the eyes only envelope was found appeared to have been forgotten files of little value to Mr. Biden, such as the file about a 2011 ski trip. The files, therefore, do not appear to be a set that Mr. Biden personally curated, nor do they appear to be the type of files people keep close as a matter of course in their everyday lives. In summary, the innocent explanation for the retention of the classified documents in the eyes only envelope at the pen by and center is not only plausible, it is a better explanation than one of willful retention. There is thus insufficient evidence to support charging Mr. Biden or anyone else with willful retention of the documents in the eyes only envelope at the pen by and center. And then B, there's insufficient evidence to support charging Mr. Biden for the retention of the other marked classified documents recovered from the Penn Biden Center. And then 1, there's insufficient evidence to charge Mr. Biden with willful retention of marked classified documents A1 and A2. The evidence does not suggest that Mr. Biden willfully retained documents A1 or A2, which related to engagement with China in President Obama's second term, and a summary of meetings with foreign leaders during the United Nations General Assembly week. The FBI found these documents among unclassified documents and folders that Mr. Biden's executive assistant maintained for him. Mr. Biden occasionally asked his executive assistant to retrieve material for him from the files she maintained, but she did not remember Mr. Biden ever going through the files himself to retrieve documents, and Mr. Biden did not move the files himself at the end of the Obama administration. The more plausible explanation for the unauthorized retention of documents A1 and A2 is that the executive assistant stored and moved documents A1 and A2 to the Penn Biden Center unwittingly. In her interview with the special counsel's office, she credibly stated that she did not know the files she maintained included marked classified documents. Documents A1 and A2 did not have classified cover sheets intended to draw attention to the classified nature of the contents, nor were the folders containing the documents marked to designate classified contents. The evidence also suggests the executive assistant was not familiar with the contents of the folders because she likely did not create them. The handwritten label on the filing 1010 of 16 folder containing document A2 does not appear to be the executive assistant's handwriting, and the print label on the second term folder contains document A1 is large, and the cover of the folder, unlike most of the other printed labels, which appears on the file folder tabs. It is also unlikely a jury will find that after the end of the Obama administration, documents A1 and A2 contain national defense information. Document A1 is a memorandum to Mr. Biden from his then Deputy National Security Advisor, Jeff Prescott, discussing general high-level suggestions for the administration's engagement with China in the second term. Document A2 is a memo from Mr. Biden to President Obama describing meetings he had with foreign leaders during General Assembly Week at the United Nations. Unauthorized disclosure of such material could have revealed private, sensitive diplomatic considerations and discussions within the Obama administration, but any prosecution involving those documents would have to meet the defense that the Obama administration's foreign policy and diplomatic considerations, while historically important, had become far less sensitive by the time the documents were moved to the Penn Biden Center. There are reasons why Obama era diplomatic and foreign policy information, such as that in documents A1 and A2, should retain its classification status after the administration end, but those reasons are nuanced compared to the large scale and well known changes to policy, governance, and leadership style that occurred in the White House from the Obama administration to the Trump administration. It is unlikely a jury would conclude that upon the onset of the Trump administration, the foreign policy views of the Obama era vice president and his advisors expressed in documents A1 and A2 remained information relating to the national defense that will warrant a felony criminal charge. And two, there's insufficient evidence to charge Mr. Biden with retention of marked classified document A8. There's insufficient information, or excuse me, there's insufficient evidence to show Mr. Biden willfully retained document A8 for many of the same reasons as document A1 and A2. Document A8 is a background memo for a meeting with the foreign leader. The FBI found document A8 among unclassified documents in a folder that Mr. Biden's executive assistant maintained for him, and that he did not go through or move himself. For many of the same reasons as stated for documents A1 and A2, the more plausible explanation for the unauthorized retention of document A8 is that the executive assistant stored and moved it to the Penn Biden Center unwittingly. The executive assistant did not intend to store classified documents in the files she maintained, and the document and folder did not contain the cover sheets she relied on to flag the presence of classified information. And three, there is insufficient evidence to charge Mr. Biden with retention of marked classified documents A9 and A10. Recovered document A9 is a telephone call sheet setting forth the purpose of a call between the Ukrainian Prime Minister and Mr. Biden and talking points for the call, which occurred on December 11, 2015. It is marked secret. A handwritten note dated December 12, 2015, from Mr. Biden in the upper right corner of the sheet asks his executive assistant to get copy of this conversation from sit room for my records, please, and document A10 documents the substance of that call in the format of a non-verbatim transcript. It is labeled confidential and eyes only, do not copy. Given Mr. Biden's handwritten note, documents A9 and A10 have additional indicia of willful retention by Mr. Biden as compared to the other marked classified documents recovered from the Penn Biden Center. On a document bearing secret classification markings with talking points for a call, Mr. Biden asked his executive assistant to get a copy of the transcript of the actual call from the Situation Room for my records. The executive assistant stored both the call sheet and the transcript in a folder labeled VP Personal, and a witness familiar with foreign leader calls stated that the content of such calls is typically classified by default. Nonetheless, there is reasonable doubt that Mr. Biden willfully retained documents A9 and A10. Mr. Biden's handwritten note does not request that his executive assistant have or save the classified call sheet containing talking points for the call A9 in his records. Rather, he only requested the transcript of the phone call itself, and no jury could reasonably find that the substance of the call between Mr. Biden and the Ukrainian Prime Minister was national defense information. The two exchanged pleasantries, and the Prime Minister heaped praise upon Mr. Biden for his December 9, 2015 speech to Ukraine's parliament. They did not engage in a substantive policy discussion. There may be technical or nuanced reasons to maintain the classification of the call, but no reasonable jury could conclude the call or its contents were national defense information after the end of the Obama administration, or that by asking for a transcript of the call, Mr. Biden intended to retain national defense information. The evidence suggests that the marked classified documents found at the Penn Biden Center were sent and kept there by mistake. Therefore, we decline any criminal charges related to those documents. And that is the end of that section. Oh, excuse me, I thought it was about 4 pages for that one, but whatever. Anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. Have a good afternoon. Bye.